play it before the event ends. So let's go ahead and try to get through some of this. But there's 2 more other events I want to do.
この服はどう？似合ってる？それともヤクモの方が似合うかな？
I think it's a bit loud. Oh yeah, it's a bit loud. It's a bit loud for me. It's loud for my ears.
とっても可愛いから全部買っちゃおう。
Oh yeah, there we go. Station's enemy of fun. I guess you have a point there, so.
言っておくが、お前たちの金はここで通用するのか？使えたとしても足りるのか？
That's true. I highly doubt that the currency she has could be used.
笑顔を見せれば店員さんもタダにしてくれるよ。
Compass, you know, as funny.
それじゃ詐欺だろう。
That's fraud. True.
そんなこと言わないでよ、お兄さん。ほら、あそこに生かしたゲーセンがあるよ。行ってみよ。
Arcade. Hey. Here's someone. Ekuma has yanked my right arm.
力を発散する場所を探してるなら街を走ってくればいい。手がかりを調査できるし、ここで俺をいじめる必要もない。
Run around laps around the city.
あれ？疲れたの？そんなんじゃ女の子ががっかりしちゃうよ。
小学生でも本気にしないような励ましには乗らないぞ。
That father with activity grades pretty good security. That's funny. I shook off their pulley and slumped into a bench in a mall atrium meant for resting. Fight around us was loud, I had to admit. The city might be even more prosperous in a down city I knew. The happy smiles on everyone's faces were a symbol you always saw in peaceful times.
もうしょうがないね。休憩は5分だからね。ヤクモ、あっちでクレープ買おうよ。
Man, it's way too short for a break. At least make it 10 minutes.
オッケー。ヤクモさんはいちごクリー
How
ム
much
2倍
time
ね。
did it give him again? You give him 5 minutes. Double strawberry and cream. Yum. Kevin drifted off toward the desert shop in the distance, like footless ghosts. At last, I had a moment of peace. Or rather, an abandoned island in the middle of the noise. A ladder of breath and adjusting my posture, trying to bring feeling back to my numbed eyes. My eyes wander aimlessly. From the polished marble floor to the glass dome overhead, and finally to the entrance of a corridor in the distance. It looked like a side passage of the mall, linking the designer shops area and the restrooms. I saw a man in a gray suit walk by. Nothing strange. Next came a woman pushing a stroller. Two. A couple. They were chatting and laughing, arm in arm. Until they crossed that line, worn by the boundary between light and shadow. Uh-oh. Disappeared. They had not turned the corner, and they were not blocked by a pillar. Wait, what? Hold on, did they encounter what? To cross that line formed by the boundary between light and shadow. On a physical level, like a pencil line erased by a rubber, they vanished from the air abruptly, without the slightest transition. I blinked. I hate Ages' regular physical checkups. Every time I have to get early in queue. Every time I have to get up early in queue for the battery of tests. But the one benefit is that it assures me my eyesight has no problems. Activated synesthesia. It's a special ability that lets me sense others' emotions and link consciousness. Sensory networks spread out. First nearby ones, anxiety like, these shoes are so expensive, but I really want them. And impatience like, why is my girlfriend taking so long? Emotions rose and fell in my perception like colored bubbles. Then I extended my perception toward that corridor. Another person walked through. A student in uniform. Before he crossed the line, I could still sense his faint gloom about cram school. One step. He crossed the line. Snap. Severed. It was not that I canceled anesthesia, and it was not that he suddenly lost consciousness. If it were, there would at least be a fading process. His existence, his emotions, vanished in an instant.
何が起きているんだ
Did they call off-screen assets to save memory? That is cutting corners way too hard. If this world has a creator god, then that god must be a programmer who lives slacking off.
お待たせ。
My cheek was suddenly attacked. It was a crap. Oof. I didn't complain about a prank the way you usually would.
幽霊でも見たような顔してるけど、ヤクモの食べ方がひどすぎるってこと？
スティア
Steer.
あっちを見てこよう
I pointed at the corridor.
こっちはお手洗いだよ。まさか美少女を連れ込んで変態行為をするつもりじゃ
And
ないよ
I'm
ね。
doing it in public is
私
embarrassing.
は気にしないけ
That's funny.
ど、人がいる場所は恥ずかしいよ。
違うこの世界には問題がある
Cut off her sexual harassment about then. Dunk. His anesthesia is still active, got that crisp tapping sound I heard several times before. Next moment, haze spread all around us. Ooh, we got some haze going on here. Unreasonable violence. The arrival of haze does not come as a warning notice. No shrill air-raid sirens. No stolen forecast from the Weather Bureau. Not even a single second for pedestrians to grasp what is that? In the span of a single instant, the world's appearance and atmosphere were forcibly switched into something else.
よりによってこんな時にか
I cannot ignore a sin rampage just to chase the clue out of the mouth. Give me a sec, guys. Alright guys, I'm back. Yeah, and the clue I had found. Whatever holes this world might have, human safety comes first.
スティアヤクモさんは
Alright, look at
やっほーお兄さん、どうしたの？スティアちゃんのクレープ美味しくなかった？
ふざけてる場合じゃない現在が現れた現場に連れて行ってもらえるか
了解。ヤクモの発射しますシートベルトをお締めになり、高血圧や心臓の弱いお客様は航行中下を見ないようご注意ください。
That's funny. Similarly updraft, Steer and I were lifted into the air. Then Yakumo's mutter reached my ear.
なっちゃ
どうした
ー、ショップで買ったものを落としちゃった。
Oof. That does not matter right now.
ナビゲーターさん、ヤクモさん、スティアさん、ここです。
Denim City Center was almost overrun. As far as I could see, since we're rampaging, the numbers were nothing like yesterday. And at the densest point, the very center of the circlet of sin, the woman was dancing.
遅いわよ、エゾ組長。
Miss Fubuki's ascendable cross spear moved as if to deny the laws of physics, shredding bodies tougher than steel with the ease of tearing tofu. Just like a friend of mine always says, they'll carve you into pieces.
話してくれヤクモさん
Those are safe for now. After confirming the most critical information, I assessed about a situation. It was saturation. The entire city, every street, every building was under attack at once. There was no safe zone, no rear line. Everywhere I looked, those nauseating silicon-based monsters. Oh no, it freeze. Oh. I think it froze. Oh shit. Hold on guys, it froze. No. Yeah, it froze. Hold on guys. Hold on. Fuck. It froze. God damn it. So then, this game freezes, so... Sorry about that, I need to restart again. God damn it. I'm not gonna install it. Bad. Froze. Alright. Alright, let's try again. I just have to wait like a minute or two for, well, once I close the game for it to like be ready to boot up again. So let's do it. I think we might finish the second chapter, hopefully. Yeah, unfortunately, I really did not have many gems, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about if I really want to get. I do want to get Yazumo. Sorry, I do want to get Yakumo and I do want to get. I do want to get Yakumo and Mura.
私をこんなに待たせるなんて大した勇気だこと。
Yeah, because we have the Ezo and we have the. How much is this? That's a lot. Okay. Well, let's say I want to go for this. Let's say I want to go for this. Okay, so.
大した勇気だこと。
I have to do this.
私をこんなに待たせる。何を見ているの？
Okay, let's say I would get. Let's say I would buy crystalline. Okay. Crystalline. Okay. Damn, 3,000. Oh well, this is 6,000 crystalline. Okay, so if I were to buy 4,000 crystalline, it's $30 for $19.99 and for 1,999, but also a bonus of the double. So that would be 30. So that's 4,000. So would I have enough? Yes, would I have enough to get at least one? Let's see, 1,500. Yeah, okay, so it would be at least 3,500. Holy shit. So you need, well, for now you need at least minimum $30 of crystalline to guarantee one of the characters, which is fucking crazy. Yeah, and on top of that, you also need 2,250. You also need 2,250 energy crystals as well to be able to get the guaranteed ticket. So yeah. So okay, I'm gonna have to figure out which yeah, I think I'll just look at each character and just really figure out which one I really care about, because I really don't have that many polls. Oh, I have a few polls here, so yeah, I could go for a few polls, but I don't think it's worth it. 24. Yeah, if I wasn't a dumbass, I would have blown all my polls because I want both, but now I'm pretty much forced to choose one of them. So that sucks. Assault type, consumer cons deal. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm just gonna have to figure out. Replace ally heavy units to charge state. What does that mean? Let's take a look at a quick. Let's take a look at a quick preview they can do. What they can do. Actually, no. I'll do that later once. I need to get through the story. I need to get through the story. Okay. Yeah, I need to get through the story right now. Let's do that.
やりたいと思えば成し遂げられる。あなたはそうよくできたわね。
Okay. I did get through a lot of this here, so I can skip a lot. Oh no, it froze again. Fuck, this game's unstable right now. No. Yeah, I guess I think that's what happens when I try to rush this. It froze again. No. Fuck. Yeah, so I cannot rush it. I can't rush it. That sucks. Man, I definitely cannot rush this for sure. Fuck. But I already played through bad game crash foes. Choppy. Game froze while trying to quickly go through a story event. Alright, there we go. I need some feedback because I want the game to run smoothly. So let's try it one more time. The problem is, like, I already went through that some of that chapter, so I have to waste time going through the chapter again. Yeah, I think I'll just move on to the next chapter, and it sucks, man. If only the game was more stable. Yeah, it's cause Google Play Games really. Like, I think maybe if it crashes more, I'm gonna have to like try to emulate or something, because it just. Yeah, Google Play Games is really that bad. Like, it works well. It works well for Lost Sword. Yeah, it works pretty well for Lost Sword, but it's not working well for it doesn't really work that well for Haze Reverb at all. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I'm gonna skip it. Skip it and move to the next chapter. I think we had pretty much finished this one. Yeah, let's skip it. Move on to the next chapter. Okay, we got a battle. Cool.
仕事の時間だね。俺一人でぶっつ出撃よ。ついてきなさい。
Ooh, cool. Okay, we get to see these ladies in action. Let's check it out. Well, I already know. I kind of know what Fubuki does. I don't. Never sins, never wants to name. 103 demon defense force commanders in battle. And envy, even if this envy felt off, it's not a monster that Angelica. First time giantized fire to stand up too. If Miss Fubuki and Yakumo had not been providing support from time to time, Angelica would have been gutted by envy and pushed back to a normal human body. She could not win. The gap in strength was absolute. Angelica's attacks were wild, even poorly but fury. Envy, on the other hand, fought like a cunning hunter, repeatedly using that black fog that erodes memory to disrupt her movements. Angelica screamed. Her massive body was slammed down against the building, and the tower collapsed like toy blocks. With the three commanders and Angelica working together, the fight barely avoided turning into a one-sided massacre. But it could not hold. If they could not defeat Envy, it would kill them. Sink, all of you, to the bottom of the sea. Yeah, my voice isn't that high. The bottom of the sea. For context, Envy has a special ability to affect human memory and perception through haze. If it remains within its range for too long, not only will your memories be erased, but your ability to think will degrade until you are no different from a baby. In a battlefield with life and death to decide an instant, that is more enough to decide outcome.
Mira-san! Mira, Kumicho!
I think it's affecting Mira here. Uh-oh. Not good.
まずい。
私たち
Uh-oh.
どうしてここにいるのでしょうか
The enemy's already fucking him up. Dolores beside me was the worst affected. She could barely stay on her feet and needed my support just to stand.
おう、私もダメかも。ね、抱っこしてよ。
Huh? Bruh.
お前は全然平気だろう。
そんなあの時のセクハラの件忘れちゃったんだけどな。
Yeah, she's definitely not affected.
そんなものは忘れろ。
あいつが私たちの記憶に影響を与えているのね。
Bucky figured it out.
そうだ。早いこと型をつけないと。俺たちはここで全員死ぬことになる。
Oh boy. I love how busty Fubuki is. What to do now? He needs anesthesia to help them resist enemies' authority. But the three demon defense force commanders are not like drivers that cannot boost their combat power by activating transformation cord. The huge disadvantage for me. Both of the lords can giantize right now. One more fighter might be enough to break the balance.
スティア、アストラルはないのか？
もう一つあったらここで一緒に見物してるわけないでしょ。
Good point. Damn it. Is there really no other way? Sink, all of you, to bottom to sea. Envy raised its claws and aimed for Angelica's heart. A giant-sized warrior is not truly mortal, but if the damage is severe enough, her nimbus energy will be drained and she will revert. But what was that sound? Not bone snapping, not a building collapsing. It was sharper, clearer. The sound of the world's shell being cracked. The sky split open. Literally, a black fissure tore across the once bright sky, like a mirror smashed by a hammer. Then a foot stepped out. Foot clad in black and a black blue. Then long legs, crisp military uniform, and a face that screamed. I alone stand above heaven and earth. Oh, it's Ren. Let's go. Without any flight device, she flew simply by stepping on the air.
みっともないわね。
Oh, that was all she said. And she lifted her leg. No finishing move, no embarrassing attacking. She just swung her right leg, like kicking an empty can. Boom! The air compressed and rebounded. Envy, about to pierce Angelica, was smashed into the asphalt up to its waist, like a mosquito swatted by an invisible giant hand. Blue gore erupted like a fountain.
言ったでしょ。組長なら神をも倒せる。
Let's go. Ren's here to
ミラ
save the day.
ヤクモ吹雪。こんなことじゃ魔法隊の恥よ。
This one spoke with the Baron is showing above all others.
な
That's
る
true.
ほど。これがこの世界の巨大さ。7番組のシュシュと一緒ね。面白い能力。気に入ったわ。
As we jerked into others, your gaze finally settled on me. CR at my side, right behind my back as if she'd just seen a natural enemy. To be honest, I wanted to hide too. I had a bad feeling that making eye contact with her will lead to something unpleasant. True. Look at what happened to Yuki in the main series. She strode across the ground. With each step she took toward me, I felt the air around us and squeezed out, as if even the atmosphere was trying to get away from her. She stepped in front of me and studied my face, confirming something I could not understand.
はじめまして、異世界のナビゲーター。あなたは男の子だけど、その勇気に敬意を表するわ。私は山城蓮、魔法隊の総組長。
Supreme Commander. She really is Supreme Commander. A gentle smile and a suffocating pressure coexisting so naturally in a single person. My name is Shiro, Supreme Commander of the Demon Defense Force. This woman is a dangerous figure, worse than a great sin. You bet she is. Ren is just a force of nature. She's extremely powerful, as you guys will see in the series. Ren is fucking nuts. Nuts. By the time we reach the 21st century, most people are no longer familiar with the term Deus Ex Machina. It refers to a theatrical device. When the plot reaches a deadlock and humans can no longer resolve the situation, Aquilo is an actor playing a god onto the stage, and the god uses a woman authority to settle the chaos. Modern standards is plainly a lazy technique, a shortcut that abandons thought and logic, relying purely on force to push the story forward. Even so, I had to admit it. When a woman named Reina Mashiro shattered a great sea capable of destroying the world, was nothing more than a literal cake. I had to admit one thing. I felt good. In the face of that overwhelming, unreasonable power, the absence of logic became its own outlet.
魔法隊総組長山城蓮
Yeah, the navigator is truly shocked of like what he sees. The power she wielded, ignore rules entirely. If you were to make an enemy of her, you'd need to be prepared to rally the armed forces of the entire world. Thankfully, at least for now, we're not enemies.
総組長お疲れ様です。
問題ないわ。山城蓮なのだから。
Sure, after all.
この程度の敵、なんでもねっす。
やる気は認めるけど、やる気だけじゃダメなのよ。ヤクモ、どこへ行くつもり？
Yakumo is trying to sneak away, isn't she?
なんて素晴らしい戦いっぷり。さすがは総組長。見てるだけでドキドキしちゃって。
I love how Ezo speaks. He's super cheery. Yakumo Ezo, who seemed to be trying to sneak off to a corner, got hauled out.
とにかくナビゲーターさん、これで助かりましたね。
ああそうだな運だろうが機械仕掛けの神だろうが生き残れさえ
That
すれ
does
ば
not
理由
matter.
は
I
どうでもいい
agree. Who gives a fuck? We're alive. Even as I said that, looking at the old woman, outcome did not feel entirely real. As the crisis over and the drama fading, the body felt heavy as lead.
そうだ。総組長と再会できてみんな汗だくなんだし、ヤクモさんから提案があるの。
Okay, Yakumo, what's your suggestion? Yakumo smiled, maybe want to refuse more. He even refused before I even heard it.
お風呂なんてどうかな。 綺麗な壁画がある広々したお風呂でぬくぬくしたいな。
That's a good suggestion. Rejected. Oof. Uh-oh. Ren does not want that.
総組長の鬼、いつもの的ならともかく、せっかく平和な異世界に来たのに楽しまないなんて。
平和とは言えないわね。あなたたちは勝手の違う世界で苦労しているようだし、それに
The gaze passed over Dolores and me, landing on Angelica, now back to normal size and covered in grime.
こっちにもやることがあるのよ。
え？
お風呂に入りたい？
お風呂？私が？
Wait, Supreme Commander Ren Yamashiro, are you asking for Angelica's opinion? Why?
もう一度言った方がいいかしら。
総組長がいいなら私も入りたい。それにみんなで風呂に入るのもきっと楽しいだろう。
She speaks nervously. Puffed out her chest to voice her opinion in front of Ren Yamashiro, Supreme Commander of Absolute Power.
やったー、さすがアンジェリカ、一心伝心だね。あったかいお湯と美少女のお肌さえあれば異世界だろうがどこだろうがどんとこいだよ。
Yeah, Yuri is. I mean, it's Yuri. Sorry, Yakuma. Yeah, Yakuma is definitely the Yuri babe. Alright? He's the Yuri babe character. Ren Yamashiro's gaze was appraising, as if she were weighing the worth of a fragile object.
それじゃ私たちをお風呂に案内してくれる？場所は知ってるわよね。
わかった。
俺も行くのか？
Yes.
何か問題でも？まさか一人で寒風に吹かれながらヤクモさんたちの楽しげな声を聞いて一人悶々としちゃうの？ちょっとかわいそうすぎない？
Of course, the navigator just gets to join. Why not?
いや、むしろ外で待ってる方が身の安全と心の健康のためにいいんだが。
I mean, you're basically treating him like Yuki at this point, which is great. I love it.
ダメダメ、せっかくの打ち上げなんだもん。ナビゲーターがいなくちゃツッコミ役が足りないよ。
Of course, Yakuma doesn't give a fuck. She likes both boys and girls. And so, majority rule plainly expressed as an absolute gap in combat power overcame individual free will. 10 minutes later, the New City Public Bathhouse men's bath. Spacious bath large enough for 50 people. Right now, I was only one here.
言ってたことと違うじゃないか。
Wow, he's by himself. I stare at the hot water pouring from the lion's mouth spout. The sound of the stream hitting the surface echoed through the empty bath. Of course, this is how it would end up. No matter how peaceful the world is, a proper public bathhouse would never allow them to mix bathing. It's a rule of force regardless of anyone's wishes. The only good news was that because the disaster had just occurred, the bathhouse had been reserved entirely for our group. I had a grand bath all by myself. All to myself. That's a weird experience in life, I suppose.
わあ、気持ちいいね。
Unfiltered cheering came from next door.
どうしてこういう時はヤクモさんを縛っちゃうの？
総組長の命令だ。
Of course.
他のやつに近づくことは許さぬ。
見るだけでもいいのに。ああ、でも縛られるっていうのもたまには悪くないっていうか。
Same thing happens in the anime, by the way, guys.
抵抗無用だ。おとなしくしてろ。
これでも一応怪我人なのに。
それだけの気力があるのなら傷は大したことなさそうね。
ロープぐらいどいてよ。背中も洗えないよ。目隠しだけじゃダメなの？これが伝説の浴場。ずっとここにいたいぐらいしや。スティアさん、それでは風邪をひいてしまいます。大丈夫だよ。今まで一度も風邪なんてひいたことないんだ。アンジェリカさん、ねっとりと助けて。
Looks like they're having fun.
ヤクモさん、動かないで。ロープがほどけてしまう。ほどけてほしいんだってば。アンジェリカさん、助けてよ。 みんな勢ぞろいなのにヤクモさんだけ放置プレイだなんて人の心ってものがない。
こいつは心の修行だ。まだ
One
まだ
way to go.
こんな修行なんて必要ないよ。目の前にある手が届く楽しみこそがヤクモさんが追い求める司法だよ。
Yeah, Yakuma just wants to grow up all the girls. That's literally all she wants to do. She wants to grow up all the girls. But the noise from next door is background. I slowly sank beneath the water. Exhaustion of the past 2 days had already pushed my body past its limits. And the bath heat released all the fatigue at once.
みんな夢はあるのか？
The topic suddenly turned heavy. Remember Yakumo had finally gone quiet, so I was throwing in the conversation and finally surfaced.
夢ですか？そう。今はこうして一緒にお風呂を楽しんでいるけど、これからしなければならないことが山ほどある。
俺はね、次の総組長になるのが目標だぜ。
Of course.
東家の子供たちが健康に成長することかしら。もちろん総組長のポジションも譲れないわね。
いいじゃないか。ドロリスは？
Yeah, so by the way, guys, just a hint, alright? The reason why Fubuki says that is because she's gonna hold another position. Spoiler, I'm not gonna spoil it for an anime, but that's all I'm gonna tell you, alright? It's a significant plot point in anime, so watch the series, alright?
私は
Next door felt silent for a moment.
今のように皆さんとアンジェリカさんと一緒にいられれば私は満足です。
Well, yeah, it's just a happy time. You don't have to worry about anything.
私もずっとみんなといたいな。
Everyone's forever. Feel like I think like they do. Just enjoy the present. Just accept goodness. Hot water blurred my mind, and with it, my thinking dulled. It would not be bad to fall asleep like this. No one would come to bother me either. My eyelids grew heavy. Sound of water pouring from the line spot drifted farther away like noise from another world. My body sank. Not metaphorically, but literally. Most of the bathrooms replaced by icy touch. The breathing was cut off. A sting of fluid flooded my nostrils. I snapped my eyes open. What I saw was not the bathhouse ceiling nor the steam in the air. It was a deep, bottomless blue. I was sinking, falling without end in the boundless body of water. Panic suffocation had not come, and this place was in a natural calm.
このやり方には
yes.
まだ慣れないみたいですね。
Yo, dude, I remember she showed up when she was talking to Ren. She's hot. That knife surface, the heterochromatic woman I'd seen somewhere before was looking at me.
お久しぶり。私たちに選ばれたナビゲーター。
お前は
She ignored me and lowered her gaze to the still water. There I reflected the scene of everyone bathing. At the center of it was Angelica laughing like an idiot.
世界は崩壊し、溶け合う。あなたのよく
元凶ってのは
Yes.
どういう意味だ
A chance to
まだ
do this.
挽回のチャンスはあります。
Oh,
すべての元凶を
interesting.
積んでしまえば、
Okay,
世
so
界の融合は阻止されて、あなたも仲間たちも元の世界に戻れます。
元凶ってのは
アンジェリカを殺すこと。
oh shit.
そうすれば、
Wow.
世界は救われます。
Wait, Angelica, really?
聞こえますか？ あれは死者の妄言です。あの総組長はもう選択しました。あなたは K の執行人になるのですか？
What? That's crazy. Well, its colors lost some warmth in that instant. Oof. Yeah. Alright, guys, I'm gonna have to get ready to sleep now. I did get through some of the chapters. I'll have to continue it some other time. Yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna have to try to stream more. Oh, hold on, I want to do some of this. I'm gonna sweep this. Actually, no, I shouldn't sweep this. Hold on. Wait, did this give the same amount of points as...
やりたいと思えば成し遂げられる。あなたはそういう人間よ。
Ah, shit, I already did it. Alright, that's fine.
私をこんなに待たせるなんて大した勇気だこと。ん？
I need to upgrade cores and whatnot. Ooh, oh yeah, I did get a boost, yeah. Or a module, whatever.
私をこんなに待たせ
Alright
るな
guys,
んて
thank you guys for watching.
大し
Take
た勇
care.
気だこと。
Take care guys, peace. I need to try to finish the story. Next time. Oh boy. Man, I'm sleepy as hell. Bye bye.